The only thing necessary for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing. It's important that people wake up to what is going on. It's time that we read the Constitution. It is error that needs the support of government. Truth can stand alone. That was given to us by Thomas Jefferson. Thank you everyone for tuning in. My name is Daniel Hapney and this is The Real Story. Okay, we'll have lots of news for you today. We'll start off with news, then I'll ask you my question of the show, and that is, who is terrorizing you? And then we'll go over some information, and hopefully we'll send you home with some homework. Maybe you'll do some of your own due diligence, do your own research, find out for yourself, and maybe, if I'm lucky, and it's going to be tough, we'll try to end on some kind of happy note. That's going to be hard, but it's a thought I had for you. So we'll start with some news items, you know, and I want you to give them some consideration. Here we go. U.S., the war correspondent Michael Yon, okay, he's coming back. He's detained, interrogated, and handcuffed. So here's a guy who's a war correspondent at the Seattle airport for refusing to answer personal questions about his income. Hey, where are your papers? And where are you coming from? What are you doing? You know, once again, here's a guy coming back, war correspondent and stuff, and they're going to ask him questions about his income. And because he says, hey, what I make or what I don't make in compensation is none of your business. You know, the government's to serve the people. But why are we changing it? Once again, who's terrorizing you? So that's a little bit of news. Here's some more news, you know. The government considers ID taser bracelets. How do you like that? Oh, nothing up my sleeve? Oh, an ID taser bracelet. Yep. To track passengers at airports and to immobilize them if necessary for security reasons. This is interesting. We should all wear shock collars, I guess. Okay, once again, based on what lies, okay, we're going to get into that a little bit in the show, but just some news, and matter of fact, here's a little clip on those bracelets. It sounds really good.
Is there a solution to deterring hijackers once they are on the aircraft? Yes, there is a very viable, workable answer. It starts here, when passengers are issued their tickets. At that time, they can also be fitted with a special electronic ID bracelet that they will wear until they disembark the flight at their destination. These electronic coded bracelets will make traveling much more convenient for the public. It will replace the need to carry a ticket by containing all pertinent passenger information. In addition, the bracelet could permit tracking of the passenger through the terminal, including carry-on luggage. Checked luggage can be coded to match the bracelet to ensure no tampering or diversions. By further equipping each bracelet with EMD technology, the bracelets will allow crew members using radio frequency transmitters to quickly and effectively subdue hijackers. The electromuscular disruption signal overrides the attacker's central nervous system and will render even the most elite and aggressive terrorist completely immobile for several minutes. This will allow the crew to subdue and handcuff that individual. EMD technology is designed to incapacitate a target from a safe distance without causing permanent injury, which means these criminals will survive and go to trial. The bracelet would only be armed by someone on board upon confirmation that a takeover situation exists. To a businessman on his way home to be reunited with his family, or to a young family going south for a winter holiday, wearing an EMD safety bracelet for a few hours during a flight is a small inconvenience to ensure their safe arrival. We feel if given the choice between taking a flight employing the added security of the EMD safety bracelet system and taking a flight without the additional security, many, if not most passengers, would happily opt for the extra security of the EMD safety bracelet.
Okay, a little more news for you. Let's see, witnesses report that a well-dressed man helped the so-called Christmas bomber board the aircraft without a passport. Wow, isn't that interesting? This underwear bomber, the fruit of the boom guy, right? He buys a ticket for $2,800 cash. Doesn't look like he's rich, but he's got cash. So he flies from what? From Africa to, you know, Amsterdam or something, right? Denmark, I'm not sure, you know. Flies in, and then he's escorted to the gate where he's presented to the boarding agent with the thing, I've got to get this man on the plane, he's from Sudan. He didn't go through screening. He was on the terrorist watch list, didn't go through any scanners over there, and luckily for us, the boarding agent said, no, I'm not going to let you on the plane. All this was given to us, okay, by a passenger who flew with him 6 rows back, okay, a witness of the whole thing, and said, I was at the boarding gate when this gentleman showed up. And guess what? Not only did he get on the plane, this whole Yemen thing, okay, but the whole false flag, in this case, a staged event. Why did we need this staged event at this time? You know, they had already bought and ordered the scanners months before. Months, when I say months, a year ago. And now it's like, well, we got the, you know, the impetus to employ them, to put them in, because now you might have something in your shorts. So from now on, you've got to what? Strip search so we can look at your genitalia before you get on the plane. I wondered about that. I said, are we just conditioning the people? Are we treating them like slaves? Okay, why do I have to make every passenger nude before they fly? To satisfy what? And if, once again, I'll ask you, who's terrorizing you? I'll start off with this. What is the goal of a terrorist? Many people would say, well, his goal is to kill as many people as possible. That's not, no, they'd call him a killer if that was the case. Isn't a terrorist's goal to terrorize people, to put fear into them? Is that not what a terrorist does? So I ask you, who's been selling you the fear? Who's been putting the fear into you? Like the pandemic flu hype for months upon months, we've been hyped with what? For the past week, on Christmas Day, during the football game, we're told, terrorist on an airplane. We're not told his father's a big banker that gets paid by the CIA in Yemen. No, we're not told that. We're not told that he bought a ticket for $2,800 cash, which usually throws up a big red flag. No, we're not told that either, are we? We're not told that he was walked to the gate by a well-dressed guy who said, this guy's got to get on the plane, and he walked him through security. We're not told that, are we? No, we're told we need naked pictures of your children and naked pictures of your wife. And by the way, when you get in the machine, will you hold your hands up? Show them the picture. This isn't the first time in history where they made people hold their hands up. This isn't the first time in history where they, you know what, strip search people. Take a good look at the picture. The Germans used to do this. You like the picture? They've got the lady's dress up. They're looking in her shorts for what? Maybe she's got a Luger between her cheeks? This is conditioning. You have to ask yourself, do you think for yourself anymore? Do you think at all? Can you understand a staged event from a real one? The shoe bomber, what a joke, okay? The mixing the chemicals, the liquid bomber, right? He's let off over in Britain because guess what? It couldn't be done. But mothers had to drink their breast milk in front of what? The TSA people, who, you better tell them how much money you make and all this. Do you understand? Who's terrorizing you? Is it your own media? Did your own media put that bomber thing on every single day, 7 times a day? And then who's brought in front of us? A dual citizen, Mr. Chertoff, okay? Who, you know what, headed up Homeland Security and it just happens to be making hundreds of millions of dollars from these scanner companies. And what is the goal of the scanner? Is that to humiliate you so that some person you don't know can look at your naked body? That's what you want for your children. You want their genitalia being viewed by your government before they use what? Public transportation. When before in history has this happened? Show us your papers. And if the goal, once again, what is the goal of a terrorist? We're told they're terrorists and they have a goal to terrorize us. They're not doing the terrorizing, are they? No, your government's terrorizing you. Is your media terrorizing you? Are they the ones, bam, 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 pumping this hype up as high as they can get it? Where now you can't get out of your seat on the plane, right? Can't put a blanket over your lap. Not allowed to turn anything on or anything off. Well, if all that's the case, then haven't the terrorists won? If now you've got to be strip searched before you fly, have not the terrorists won? If your lifestyle and stuff has to change, and they're selling all you this based on security.